Hello, everyone. Welcome to the fifth episode of the PP Cast, where the episodes are short and sweet and they never fail to satisfy. This is the only podcast that gets less views as it keeps going on. But that doesn't matter because y'all the real ones here, the ones watching. It is I, just another Asian, the boyfriend of Suyu Asui, and let us welcome in the host of the show, Beatlocks. Say hello, Beatlocks.
Hello, how's it going?
Yes.
So, the,
Recently, Beatlocks has been going over a name change, actually. His name on Discord now is Mr. B instead of this Beatlocks. What's going on, Mr. B?
well, you know how my real name starts with a B, right? And online I go by Beatlox, which starts off with the letter B. So I might as well I don't know, change it up a little bit. I'll probably
I'm like my dad,
huh?
like Mr. B, like Mr. B. Like, that
Missed.
sounds like he could be my dad. Yes, this is. Oh,
Okay, but yeah, I'll probably change it back soon.
that's fine. I actually kind of like it though. Very
Yeah,
mysterious.
very mysterious. You'll never know my real name
Anyway,
ever. But anyway, so
yes.
I'm eating Sour Patch Kids right now, which is not really food, but it's more of like well, it's a candy, obviously, right? And
Yes.
so like I thought, well, why and you suggested we talk about foods today, right? And so I thought, well,
Yes.
that's perfect cuz I have some stories. Um but yeah,
Which Sour Patch Kid is your favorite? What color?
honestly, for this one, I might have to go with a watermelon, dude. I for Sour Patch
The
Kids,
watermelon.
the watermelon ones, yeah, those
Why are
ones
they
are.
separate though? Like, can't they just put it in them?
What do you mean, put them
Hmm.
in?
Oh, like so, like there are separate bags. Like, so you got like the colorful Sour Patch Kids, and then you got like just a watermelon one. Like I've seen in stores that like there's like your typical Sour Patch Kids with like all the colors, but then there's a complete separate one that's just watermelon Sour Patch Kids. It's
Yeah,
like why can't other colors have that?
yeah, I don't know, but I mean, it's like a whole different like taste, shape. You know, it's
You
just
should do that with
watermelon.
other fruit. You should do it with other food though. Like
I know, yeah.
I don't know, apple. But
Apples,
if
eggs
we're
over
going
apples,
to talk
eggs over apples.
ah whoops, let that slip up.
But yeah, don't worry about it. Yeah.
We're talking about real food here, not candy for
Fine.
children. Oh,
Fine.
happy Easter, by the way.
Happy Easter.
Happy Easter, everyone.
We're
Even
recording
if
it
this
today,
is
which is Saturday, which is the 3rd of April, which is the day before Easter. But for those of you who are watching it tomorrow, happy Easter, guys. Happy Easter.
yes, happy Easter, everyone. So, actually, I do have a story about a real meal that isn't candy, and
Good.
that's
Let's
good
hear
for you. Be healthy, kids. All right, health is very important. But I'm not sure if this food is very healthy. So a while back, I've not too far long ago, but like a while back, I recently had some Mexican food, right? And Mexican food is pretty darn good, right? You got the beans, the rice, and I usually order it with enchiladas, right? My mom bought it for me, but it was like a little cold. So like she microwaved it a little bit, but it was still pretty warm. And I ate it, but like I don't know what came over me, but like I had the strongest or not the I just had this feeling that I really, really wanted to smoke weed at like eating that Mexican food. I don't know why. I've never smoked
What?
weed before in my life. I never smoked weed before in my life, but something about that Mexican food wanted. made me want to get high, even though
What's
I've never been high on weed before. But
uh,
like I just imagine myself like I was eating the beans and the rice, and I was like, give me the plant, and I just like smoked it out. But I don't have any weed, or I've never smoked it, so it's like I don't know why I did, but I just had the urge to do it. But don't smoke. Smoking is
yeah,
bad,
no, don't
and weed is
smoke ever.
good.
That's kind of strange, but
Yeah.
um, hmm. So, well, I have a story, but this isn't really my story. It's more of my dad's story. Uh, yeah, okay. And then he was like, yeah, yo, I think he told me this like a while back, but um, I remember him saying like, well, he was at like a buffet, right? And then he was like eating this meat, right? And then he kept eating it, and he said it was really good. And then someone came up to him and he's like, how's the food? And then my dad's like, it's really good. This meat is really good. What is this again? And then the person says, oh, it's frog meat. And then so my dad just kind of felt a little weird after hearing that it was frog meat, but also liking it at the same time.
Frog meat.
Frog meat,
Oh,
yes.
don't tell Suyu that.
Oh no, no.
Don't, don't tell me that.
No, I would never. I would never. Nah, yeah. That'd be funny though. No, it wouldn't be funny. It
So,
wouldn't be too funny. That would be mean.
but like, but like he didn't stop eating it though, right? He just like was like, oh, that's a little odd.
No, he just kind of. So what I hear is that he just like after eating that last piece on his plate, he just kind of went to the bathroom and uh you
Threw
get
it up.
yeah, you get the story. You get the story, right?
Um, I don't understand that though. I don't understand that. Like, if you like a food, then shouldn't then like then it's like a new experience, and it's like, oh, that's good,
Mhm.
because like you already enjoy the food, right? So if you're just gonna stop eating it just because it's a certain species, then guess what? You're a speciesist, okay? All meat can be good in its own way. I don't know how I got to that topic,
Right. Right.
but but like really though, if you already like it just because it's a certain like thing that people don't normally eat, you shouldn't be like ashamed of eating that because it's good, right? And they cooked it well, so I don't get it, but
Okay,
no,
well,
people do.
it was my dad, so I don't know. He's a strange person himself. But
Oh, roasted, roasted.
Dad, if you're watching this, I love you, but you are a weird person. You can't lie about that. Yeah, that's a story that I had. Well, not me. But like dad's story, I guess.
Oh, if we're talking about bad stories, I have a really bad story uh, that of when humans could still go to restaurants, right? So my mom's favorite restaurant is actually Red Lobster. So we go there not frequently, but like if it's like a special occasion, then we kind of go here. But the ones here in Colorado, like I don't know what it is, but they're so bad. Like I don't know, like but so it was her birthday, right? And and we decided to go to Red Lobster. And I don't know who was in charge that day, but it was literally the worst like food I've ever eaten in my entire life. So like when we got the food, right? We all get our food and I eat and I take a bite of shrimp because that's like one of the things I ordered. And I immediately like my mouth was so dry. because the chef, whoever the chef was, just drenched my meal in pepper. Like all it was pepper. All I could taste was pepper. I try and go to the fish that had even more pepper on it. Like there was so much pepper. All I ate for the night was Sprite. Like that's the only thing I ate because it was like so bad. And even like and it wasn't just me, it was like my parents too, because like they equally had like bad meals or like the things they ordered were bad as well. The champagne they had was bad, their food was bad, and it was just a horrible night. Ever since then, we have never eaten at Red Lobster since. The biscuits are good though, so I'll give them that. But
Ah.
that's like one of the worst things I've actually like eaten. No, I'd say a good while. I'm sure I've eaten something worse,
Mm-hmm.
but
Yeah.
yeah.
And so how long was this ago? And it seems like you're saying it you're saying it like it's pretty a long time ago.
Oh, let's say a long time ago. I guess it happened when I was around 12, maybe 13.
And so you're saying okay, yeah. I've never been to Red
So,
Lobsters in Colorado specifically. But
I
yeah.
Red Lobsters, like other places, like they've been good. I don't know in Colorado what the management is like, but it's pretty bad. The only thing good there is the biscuits. But you can like my mom has made them before. Like you can get like a special ingredient or like I guess you can buy this thing in the store just to make those biscuits. And they're really good. Like the biscuits are good.
Mhm. Yeah, understandable.
What
Yeah.
about you? You got like a super horrible chef story or restaurant story?
Um I don't know if I think like it's not particularly bad. It's just not what I was expecting, I guess. So we were at this like Italian restaurant, right? Like a nice Italian restaurant. Um, near like a mall or something. I don't know, something. Um, but we were expecting it to be like really nice, really good. Really good food. So I ordered lasagna, which I mean a lot of people do order lasagna at a Italian restaurant, right? And so I ordered.
Pretty good.
Oh yeah, no, I was expecting it to be like, mwah, that kind of good, you know. Um, but I mean, it just wasn't. It wasn't that good. Like they said, it was like, oh, like top tier. Like the best Italian restaurant in Colorado Springs. Blah blah blah. Well, okay. Then how is it not that good? You know. It wasn't particularly bad. It was just not what I was expecting. Like it was. I don't know. I don't know. This wasn't the best lasagna
I
I've
think
ever
that
had.
was the nicest. That was the nicest way you anyone could have put the food sucked. Like that was the nicest way you could have said the
Yeah.
food sucked.
Oh yeah. No. uh.
Well, what about it? What about it was bad? Did it like taste like plastic or something? Like
The
what or
cheese was
like
just.
was like there
The cheese was just. I don't know. It was kind of. It was kind of disgusting in a way because it was like kind of like I know it's supposed to be like stringy and stuff like that all that stuff, but it was just I don't know like school like school kind of cheese, you know like
oh no.
yeah it was and I was like well great well okay I won't have lasagna here ever again, you know that kind of cheese
Mhm.
like the school kind of cheese. uh yeah. It was also like cold too. Like it was kind of like it wasn't warm.
Cold?
No, not like cold
Oh
cold. It was
no.
no, it wasn't like cold cold. It was like it just was like I was expecting it to be like hot, warm-ish, you know. But it was like neutral. Like it was room temperature. And I was like, oh gosh, I don't know.
Mm.
Yeah.
Well, like that can kind of be like the like depending like on how like good I guess it was. Not good, but like how warm it is. Like, because in my opinion, I think warm food would be the best food, right? Because then I don't have to wait for it to cool down. If it's warm, then I can just like
Right.
eat it immediately. I don't want to wait to eat it because
Mm-hmm.
I'm already hungry. So, and if I'm so hungry that I eat it, which normally I am, then I just take a spoonful or forkful, I don't know how much, but and then I eat it. Then it's like, and then like when have you ever done the thing where like the food you were eating was so hot, but you weren't expecting it to be hot, so you gotta kind of fumble it around in your mouth so you don't burn up like,
Of
part of your
course.
mouth.
Yeah.
You ever done that?
Yeah.
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 So that's why like I think warm food would be like the best food, or like mildly hot
Mm-hmm.
food would be the best food because
Exactly.
then you can like immediately eat it. That has, however, that has never happened before at a single restaurant, and I get for good reason too, because you got to make the food hot. But
Yeah.
I it's just yeah. But
Yeah.
uh, sticking with the uh, Italian theme. So actually, my favorite food of all time is my mom's spaghetti. Specifically, my mom's spaghetti. All right, I know it's
Good
a
choice. Good
meme because
choice.
like her spaghetti like is the greatest spaghetti. So much so that I thought spaghetti was my favorite food. But that all changed, right? Because I just like you, Beatlocks, I went to an Italian restaurant or this fancy restaurant, and there was spaghetti. I'm like, I want some spaghetti. So I ate it and or I ordered it, and when I got it, dude, dude, it was raw. It was raw.
Oh
How does a
gosh.
fancy restaurant make raw spaghetti? Like what? What? It's like it wasn't even cooked. Like, the only cooked thing was the sauce, but the noodles were so cold.
Oh gosh.
And I was like, what the heck is this? And the sauce wasn't even that good. It actually tasted like tomato. Well, I know sauce is made out of tomatoes, but like it tasted like like in Barbies, right? Like how they have like fake plastic food. It felt like a fake plastic tomato that they cooked and put in the sauce. Like it was so bad. And speaking of the same restaurant, so we ordered dessert there too. And the dessert, I got like this special ice cream, right? But the fancy quotation marks fancy restaurant gave me the dirtiest spoon ever. Like there was like dirt on it, like this dried like brown stuff on it. I don't know what that brown stuff was,
Ugh.
but there was no way in heck I was using that spoon. Thankfully, it had like a straw, so I tried to drink my ice cream out of it, but it didn't work. So I just had to like scoop like the straw. Uh, and it wasn't like a plastic straw. It was like one of those special cone chocolate straws. Trying to eat the ice cream. But that didn't last long at all. Uh, and it was just like, and it's like, how does a fancy restaurant have this poor management? Well, I say fancy again, quotation marks. It looked fancy, but it was they realized their mistake. Like I saw the waiter's hand. I didn't look at his face, but I saw the waiter's hand. He looked at my spoon and his hand kind of flinched. He's like, "Oh my gosh, I can't believe I gave this kid this dirtiest spoon." And he fixed his mistake and gave me a clean one. But at that point, my trust with this restaurant was broken. So I was not using that spoon either. So
Yikes.
my grandma, who was also with me in the restaurant, finished my food or my ice cream for me. So thank you, Grandma, if you're watching this. Well, she doesn't speak English, but
Yeah,
um,
either way. But
언니 감사합니다, 진짜
감사합니다.
사랑해.
감사합니다.
Yeah.
안녕하세요. 감사합니다. That's all. That's all a Korean. That's only the Korean. That's only Korean I know. Yeah, but
But going back to the spaghetti, I realized now why the spaghetti was raw. And it's the stupidest thing, really. So lots of fancy restaurants, they don't cook the spaghetti. Like they cook the sauce, but then when they pour the sauce, that's when they cook the spaghetti because like the heat of the sauce will like cook the noodles. So what fancy quotation marks they do is they cook the spaghetti halfway, they put it on the plate, then they pour the sauce to let it cook, to let the sauce cook it, and then it'll be perfect. That is the most stupid thing I've ever seen, heard, like ever in cooking. I realized what separates my mom's spaghetti from any other person's spaghetti because they cook their spaghetti halfway. My mom, she cooks that thing all the way. She cooks the spaghetti all the way, then she pours the sauce on it, and it's not overcooked because I don't know. Well, actually, probably it's not overcooked because I don't wait to eat the spaghetti. Because as soon as I get the spaghetti, I'm mixing the sauce and the noodles together. So then the heat just kind of moves. But that's stupid though, because why do I want to wait for 30 minutes for my spaghetti that you didn't cook, even though you had the power to cook it all the way, just to let the sauce cook it? Just because it's fancy? Why is it $50? It shouldn't be like this. So it's just like, why do people buy? Why do people let this slide?
yeah,
But
at this
in
point,
short,
it sounds like you're just venting.
in short, my mom's spaghetti is the greatest spaghetti. Every other spaghetti of these restaurants is horrible and they're stupid. And my mom's spaghetti is the best spaghetti.
I'm
It's
sure of it.
close.
I'm sure of it. But
It's your favorite
speaking
food,
of
Beef Lot.
my
Oh wait, no,
favorite
go
food,
ahead.
oh, I was just gonna say, well, probably because our parents are gone right now, so probably we have frozen lasagna. We might just like put it, we might just put it in the oven and eat it for dinner. Uh, because I'm too lazy to cook. Yeah, no, yeah, but my favorite food, um, good question. So I mean, I have a favorite food, but I don't know how to put it into words. I'll
Oh,
put
it's that.
oh yeah, no, but I'll put a picture up on the screen. And yeah, and it's like meat inside like a flower inside like flowers or flour, I guess. Um, but you'll see it when I put it up on the screen once again. But yeah, I don't know how to describe it, and I'm
It's
probably
like in the shape of a flower.
um. So I'll actually I'll just put it up on the screen for every like four viewers to see.
Yes.
I'm sorry, I really can't describe it, but I'll put a screen. I'll put picture up on the screen. Yeah, but um,
What's
yeah.
so good about it?
Well,
Like, like what's so
cause
good about it? Other
cause
than it's pretty.
well, cause I mean, I kind of just grew up eating that food. Um,
Uh,
and it's like fried food as well. And who doesn't like? I don't know, fried food. I guess. Um,
that food's so good.
of course, yeah. So see, that's why. And also, my mom just makes it, mwah, oh so good. Um,
Uh, so we're both mama's boys, I guess.
Mama's boys, of course. Love you, mom.
Mother's food. I love you too, mommy. Whoa, I said that weird.
Yeah. Okay. I was like, wait, who's
I was
mom?
trying to sound like a British. I was trying to sound like the British,
A
and they
Brit?
say mom instead of mom.
Mom.
Yeah. Say, they say mum with a U.
Mum.
So it was like when I said mummy, it sounded like Egyptian, like mummies. Like, I love you, mom. She's next to me actually, but she has headphones in, so she can't hear me.
Either way, we love our moms, and you love your
Yes,
moms too. Even if you say you don't, you love your mom. Of course you do.
they won't be there forever, you know.
Always.
So like, best to love them now.
Yep.
Okay, that we
Um.
got so off topic.
Right.
In short, mother's food is the best food unless your dad cooks. Then I guess dad is the best cook, I guess. But if your mama's boys like us, or I don't know about you, Beatlocks, but I'm a mama's boy.
I'm a
Mother's
mama's
food
boy.
is the best food.
I'm a mama's boy.
All right, we're mama's boys then.
Mm-hmm.
So mother's food is the best food.
Yeah.
What's back on topic? Back on topic. What's your opinion on junk food, like fast food restaurants? Do you have like a particular favorite that you
um.
have? You
Well.
go to more.
Well, I don't have a favorite, but I think I mean everyone likes Chick-fil-A. I feel like these days.
Uh,
Um, I mean,
mm,
other than maybe you, that the other than maybe you, but
no, so okay, I can go for a whole 5 minute, well, actually no, 2 minutes discussing why I don't. But go ahead. But go ahead.
and well, I assume you've had Five Guys before.
Five Guys.
Yes.
It was either that or In and Out. I mix those up, but
Yeah,
all the time.
understandable.
But I ate at one of those.
Yeah, they're both good. They're both good. But if I had to choose one, either one of them, I would probably have to go with In and Out.
Uh,
Um,
wait, you said Five Guys though.
I know I said Five Guys. I was gonna say Five Guys or In and Out,
So
but then you cut
similar.
me off, and so I would probably have to go
Sorry.
with. No, you're good. You're good. But I would probably have to go with In and Out.
Uh,
I really can't decide on which one is really my favorite. So for now, I'll just
okay.
have to stick with In and Out. Oh wait, no. Speaking of fast food. You know how I went to Nebraska a couple weeks ago, right?
Yes.
So they have this they have like a fast food chain restaurant thingy. I don't know what to call it, but it's called Runza. Oh my gosh, it is so good. Um, I don't know. I don't know. It's so good. I don't know why. I'll also put up a picture of like their signature food, I guess. Um, yeah, if I can find it. But yeah, I'll put a picture up. And yeah, you were saying?
All right. Well, I guess I should explain a court case on why I don't really like 20 or why I don't really like Chick-fil-A that much. So, let me just clear my name, okay? I don't dislike Chick-fil-A, okay? I don't dislike Chick-fil-A. I just don't get the hype, really, because to me, like everyone knows this, but the Chick-fil-A lines, okay, the lines are just way, way too long for me, or like the food be worth it because and like the chicken's good, right? But it's not like transcendent good. Like I'd rather have the Popeyes chicken sandwich than I
Mm-hmm.
would the Chick-fil-A sandwich. And
Understandable.
like lo- lots of people say like, "Oh, Chick-fil-A is so good because they actually care and stuff," you know? But that's really not true, or at least in my experience. Because like while I think it's cool that I think Chick-fil-A teaches their workers sign language just in case they meet up with a deaf customer, and I think that's awesome. Like, don't get me wrong, I think that's awesome, but that doesn't necessarily mean that they really care about anything,
Mm-hmm.
because, or at least with the quality of their food wise. Because I've gotten a chicken sandwich before, and it looked like something out of McDonald's, really, like one of those Instagram model pictures of like, yo, I ordered my Happy Meal, but the bun's not even on, or like it was one of those things, and I've gotten that multiple times. Like they just like slapped the chicken in, crushed the sandwich together, and then just threw it in a bag and gave it to me. Like,
Mm.
so, and Chick-fil-A, yes, it's better than McDonald's. All right, they don't have cockroaches or condoms in their burger, but that doesn't mean it's like
What the heck?
I don't know, huh?
What the heck? Okay, no, go ahead.
Yes. No, there have been condoms in McDonald's burgers.
What?
Okay,
I've never heard that before. What the
I'm
heck?
not joking. I'm not
Oh
joking
my
either.
gosh.
I'm not even joking.
Ah.
But 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 like I'm not saying it's bad either. All right, the Chick-fil-A sandwich was meh. All right, at best, or no, it was good. It was good. I just don't see the hype around it. And for the lines on how long they are, to me, it's just not worth it. And again, Chick-fil-A is not bad. It's just not worth it, in my opinion. That being said, if me and Beatlocks or Beatlock came up or Beatlocks came up to me and said, "Yo, want some Chick-fil-A?" I'd say yes, because of course, who wouldn't say no to Chick-fil-A? I'd always say yes to Chick-fil-A.
But the point
Yeah,
here being is,
unless it's Sunday, then we don't go to Chick-fil-A.
mm-hmm. Because you gotta get a
That's
Sunday
kind of
off.
well, that's kind of weird though, right? Because Chick-fil-A is like Christian quotation marks. It's Christian,
It's owned by
so they
Christian
close on
people, yeah.
Sunday. Yeah, but so here's the weird thing that kind of weirds me out, right? So they close on Sunday, but church isn't even like on like all day, right? It's like at least the church I go to, like it starts at around 11 and ends in 12. Like, do you go to church, Beatlocks? Do
Mm-hmm.
you?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I thought you knew this
What's
already.
the time? Yeah.
Um,
Well, I do. I just wanted to make sure.
no, yeah, of course I do. I'm a good
When
Christian.
does it
But,
start for you?
well, Sunday school, it starts at 10 and then ends at 11, and then, like the actual sermon, I guess, it starts at 11 and goes until 12. So that's about the same as yours, yeah.
Yeah. So basically noon, right? So like if you want people to go to church, then why don't you just close at noon instead of like the entire day, right? Uh, it's just a thought too. Plus plus like I've seen kind of memes of people. So like Chick-fil-A apparently doesn't serve to homosexual people. Apparently, I don't know if they changed that or not. How does that work even? Like how does that even work? Do they just say do they interrogate the person that they're ordering and it's like, "Hey, are you a gay?" And
If so you can't
even if,
order here, sir. Like
yeah,
I feel
yeah,
like
like like that doesn't make any sense because they can lie, right?
yeah.
And if they say, then what are you gonna do? Like kick them out? Like I assume so, but or at least I think they would, but it's just weird to me.
Mhm.
That's that's all.
Yeah.
That's all. Again, Chick-fil-A is not bad. Okay, I'll eat it. If Beatlocks invites me to go to Chick-fil-A, I'm gonna head into Chick-fil-A. Like that's how it's gonna work.
I'll
It's
pick you
just
up.
yeah. It's not 10 out of 10. It's 6 out of 10. Like that's review from uh Chick-fil-A. Also, their chocolate milkshakes doesn't taste like chocolate. It tastes like coffee. Final thing about Chick-fil-A.
Well,
Five Guys.
I have final things for Chick-fil-A. What if people
Okay.
just like a black market, you know? like a black
Black
market.
market.
people
Chicken.
people like buys chicken nuggets or chicken sandwiches, like anything that they have on like a Saturday or even a Sunday, or what I meant to say
Don't
Friday.
eat.
Sorry. Sorry. And then they sell it on Sundays because for those people who do want Chick-fil-A on Sundays, they could just go to the person and just like, hey, can I have this and that, you know? I, I don't know.
There's
That'd be
an
kind of
actual.
funny.
Oh wait, no, there isn't. Okay, I was about to say though.
No, yeah,
Well,
if there was.
kind of happened. It kind of happened with the Popeyes chicken sandwich because that thing kept like getting sold out, right? So people were selling it on eBay for like
Oh,
$400.
that's kind of funny.
But
Okay.
on to Five Guys or In and Out. So I don't think it's really Five Guys is the same thing with my review on Chick-fil-A. It's not 10 out of 10 for me. It's better than Chick-fil-A. I give it a solid 6.5 out of 10. And here's why. All right, here's why. So for me, it's really nothing special in my opinion. Like the fries are pretty good and the burger is pretty good. And the burger, it tastes like I guess more real, if that makes any sense, like less processed. So I guess that's why it's so expensive as well. But it's still pretty good. And the burger actually kind of tasted thick in a way, like it tasted like a thick burger. My stomach, my stomach's kind of weak to like junk food and stuff like that. So I can't really handle junk food or like fast food restaurants more times than not. That's why I don't really eat fast food. Like, let's just say In and Out did not sit too well in my stomach. And I had like stomach problems, not the rest of the day, but like for like maybe an hour or two. And I'm like, I'm not eating here again. The burger was good though. It's just like as far as the stomach problems for me, I wouldn't eat there again. But Five Guys pretty good. 6.5, 7 out of 10. Pretty good.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, understandable.
I'm guessing you put it as a 10 out of 10 because
Nah.
you really like.
Well, I really do like it. Don't get me wrong, but it's not a, like a 10 out of 10. Um, it is good.
Is there
Yeah,
a 10?
10 out of 10 food only foods. Never fast foods.
Oh, really?
So I'm not, yeah, I don't like.
Popeyes for me. For me, Popeyes is the closest thing to a 10 out of 10. The only thing keeping it from a 10 out of 10 is that the workers literally don't even care. Like one time I went to Popeyes, right? Or me and my mom went to Popeyes and I ordered like my usual, which is like a three-piece chicken tenders,
Mhm.
fries, and a biscuit, right? That's my usual. And they literally forgot my biscuit.
Not the biscuit.
Yeah, the biscuit's the best part though. But my mom, being the absolute Chad that she is, the next time we went to Chick-fil-A, she told the like Popeyes workers that last time we went there, they forgot the biscuit. But the guy who was like at the cashier,
Mhm.
the cashier guy, like she couldn't understand my mom. And well, sometimes I can't even understand my mom because she has like a very thick accent when she speaks English. So like sometimes even I can't understand her. But she spoke pretty clearly in that one. She was like, "Hey, can last time you forgot a biscuit that we ordered, can we have an extra one this time?"
She
And but the guy
Chad.
I know, right? Like that's an absolute power move. My introverted self would have just like taken the thing and would have never asked
I
for
would
another
have
one.
too. Yeah.
Absolute Chad move. But the cashier, he kept saying biscuit, biscuit, biscuit over and over again, like he couldn't hear. And my mom's pretty loud, so you can hear her pretty well, even if you don't understand her. But it was like this, like it was like it kept going on for like back and forth like 5 times until the guy just gave my mom an extra biscuit free of charge. He didn't even charge anything. So I got that extra biscuit, or not extra because they forgot mine last time.
Nice.
But short, well, not in short, but if Popeye's workers actually cared about their job and like cared working there, then Popeyes for me would be at a 10 out of 10 for me because I love the chicken, I love the fries and the biscuit. It's just, oh. Now with the sandwich, it's so good. And another underrated part of their dish or like menu are the shrimps, like the shrimp with the cocktail sauce, the fried shrimp with the cocktail sauce, or no, popcorn shrimp with the cocktail sauce, bro. It's so good,
It
so
does
good.
sound so good, yeah.
Anyway, I went on this whole rant. Beatlock, say something. If this can't be me
Um,
dominating, you gotta say stuff too.
okay, well, I had like a list. So I was talking to a friend in Total Fitness, right? Because we were on a walk, and we were like, "Oh, I don't know. I don't know how we even got into this conversation in the first place, but we were like talking about different kinds of meats we've had, and so I have like I have like a list now. So I've had beef, chicken, pork, um, alligator meat. Yes, alligator meat. It's quite frankly
Oh,
good.
oh.
Yeah. Deer meat. Deer meat. I'll kind of describe them when I list them all off here in a bit. Turkey, of course. Thanksgiving. Horse meat. Okay, I'll describe it as well. Lamb. Oh my gosh, lamb, bro. 10 out of 10. Lamb, if it's cooked good, if it's cooked like my dad does, bro, 10, 11 out of 10. 11 out of 10. Even 11 out of 10.
11.
Yes, 11 out of 10.
You
Woo!
eat it with the lamb sauce.
No, but I just kind of eat it.
Gordon Ramsay would not be proud.
Well, heck, Gordon Ramsay,
Whoa,
Brit.
whoa, 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 whoa. He's coming for you now. He heard that.
Oh, what you gonna do, mate? Freaking Brit.
Right? Now you're making fun of his people. He's gonna force you onto Hell's Kitchen, and he's gonna no, he's purposely gonna like leave you in just to cuss you out over and over and over again.
I don't care. I'm not. I don't care
No,
about. I don't care.
you don't care. You
Okay.
will when he finds you. I
Can I have
respect you, Gordon Ramsay.
Gordon Ramsay if you're watching this?
I don't. I am not with him. I'm not with him on this. Like
uh,
we're boys, right? We're boys, right? But like right now he's going down a path I can't follow. I would never disrespect Gordon Ramsay. I support you, Beatlocks, though. I support you. If you're on Hell's Kitchen, if you're on Hell's Kitchen, I'll be your sidekick. We'll basically be two people, or no, we'll basically be one person acting as uh, I don't know, but
okay.
I'll support you. But I will
Fine.
not disrespect Gordon Ramsay. All right.
Okay.
Anyway, go on. Go on.
Anyway, okay. So we're heading into like the seafoods, I guess. Like seafood meat, if you even want to call them meat. And so
Is
I've had.
meat.
Well, okay. Okay. Some people say it's not meat. It's a
It's
little.
it is meat because there's still flesh in it. That's like saying eating a human isn't meat just because they're a human. No, they still have flesh. The fish have flesh. Okay, if you have to kill something and then
Oh
pick it
my.
up and then skin it and then cook it properly, you
Oh
it
my.
is meat.
Oh
It's
my.
meat. Okay?
Oh my.
Doesn't matter how you cook it. You can boil
Oh.
meat, okay?
Okay.
If you have to kill it, if you
Oh
have to
my.
kill it, it is meat.
Okay.
But not saying that I'm vegan or vegetarian. I would never be vegan or vegetarian. I love meat. Like
God
most things
put
have to be
meat.
done.
God put meat on this earth for us to eat. Okay. All right.
Actually, no, not actually, because like, well, it was before
Uh
sin invented. Like, then he just made the animals, right? You know, they weren't supposed to be killed originally, but since Adam sinned, they were killed, and now we eat meat.
well, yeah, but I mean, what other source of food were there?
Apples, plums,
I can't eat
basically.
I can't eat apples. Apples.
Oh, no. There were eggs too, all right? There were eggs too. Chickens laid
Yeah,
eggs back then.
coming from
Sure.
chickens. Okay, I would never be a vegan. I would never be a vegan. But yeah, let's list off the
How
let's
would you know you wouldn't be a vegan? Okay, you never know. You never know if you would be a vegan, but actually, well, actually, seeing that we saw that video in health class, we're still not vegan.
Okay.
Anyway, the point is, back before sin, Adam didn't eat meat. He
We're
ate
not
like plums. He ate plums and like bread and stuff.
I
That's
know.
what he ate.
I know, but okay, let me can you let me list off my list thingy here? Okay, tuna, salmon. Smoked salmon is the
Okay,
best.
okay.
Okay, trout, shrimp, lobster, caviar, right? Caviar is like the rich people food, right? And so I've had a little bit in a couple like not a couple, a few years ago. Sardines, of course, who hasn't had sardines? Bass is really good. I've only had bass once, I think. But okay, whew. Um, so I'm going off my list here, and the first thing that's like, I don't know, exotic-ish, quote unquote, is alligator meat, and so well, first of all, I'm not. It's it it tastes kind of like chicken, you know, because like everyone says like some kind of food tastes like chicken. I don't know why it tastes like chicken, right? But it does. And so I'm just gonna roll with it. Um, deer. Deer meat. The smell of the deer meat is very strong. Like it's like strong, like sharp, I guess you could say. You know? Yes, yes. Um, and then I mean deer meat itself, like when you eat it, it's pretty good. It's pretty good in my opinion. Horse meat, it also the smell is kind of strong, not as strong as deer, but it's also pretty good. Lamb, moi, moi. 11, 12 out of 10. 12 out of 10. And we're not going to go on the rant about Gordon Ramsay. I'm watching you, Gordon Ramsay. Okay, let's see. Trout, right? Trout, if you told someone to eat it, without telling them what it was, they would know it was fish, but it doesn't really taste like it, you don't. So you probably like know how a fish tastes, um, but it's not like it's not. I don't know. It kind of also tastes like chicken a little bit. And going back to what I said earlier, everything tastes like chicken. I don't know why it tastes like chicken, but it does. Um, Shrimp, we all know what shrimp is. Mwah, pretty good as well. Lobster was alright for me. Caviar, it was like, you know how people say it's like the rich people food or a rich. I don't know what they say, but nonetheless, it was weird, but it was like it wasn't bad, but it was just weird. Um, it was alright.
Jeez.
Um,
I was waiting for the moment too.
Sardines. I think yeah, like sardines. Obviously, sardines. Sardines are good. Sardines are really good. In my opinion, bass. It's also good. And so that's about the list. Yeah.
All right. I didn't interrupt you. All right. Are you happy now?
Thank you. Thank you.
Yes. You just say things, right? No, I just make a quick comment, but then you escalate it, and then we go on this whole rant for the next like 10 minutes.
I gotta escalate it because you said Gordon Ramsay. You said
Oh,
Gordon
no, no, no,
Ramsay's
no,
name.
no, no, I did not say Gordon Ramsay. I did not say Gordon Ramsay. I said, do you eat it with the lamb sauce? And he said, and you said no. So I'm like, Gordon Ramsay would be
See, you
disappointed.
said Gordon
And
Ramsay. You said Gordon
right,
Ramsay.
I said Gordon Ramsay, but you escalated the situation. That
Yes, I
was
did
just a
because I
quick
heard Gordon Ramsay.
was a quick one-liner joke. But then you had to say F. Gordon Ramsay. Are you kidding me? How could you disrespect one of the greatest chefs of all time? Do I respect what he does? Not really, because he cusses out a lot of people. But that doesn't take away that he is the greatest chef, okay? I would never do what you just did, even if Gordon Ramsay would never watch our videos unless someone watches this and forwards this video to him. Well, why would he watch it? It's like an hour long, unless they take away this clip and put it out of context. That kind of would be a way to get clout in a way, but not in a good way. We got to get clout the good way, all right? We got to spread this channel in the good way, not negativity. Don't
The
be
good
picking,
way.
don't poke the bear. Don't mess with the bull. You'll get the horns. Okay?
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
Okay. I did not expect to be talking this much about Gordon Ramsay, even if this episode was about food. Anyway, speaking, well, we're not really speaking about meat. I every meat that Beatlox has eaten, I've pretty much eaten as well, except like the caviar and alligator meat. So I don't really have too much to bring to add to the table there. I will say I'm pretty sure I have had lamb at some point, but I can't remember any stories with it. But for Easter, since Easter is nearing up around the corner, one time Easter bunny, he gave me a special bread lamb. And it was like this bread. I wouldn't say it's like sweet bread. Maybe it was sweet bread. It was just like this special bread, and it was in the shape of the lamb. It had like this like white powder on it. I guess it could have been sugar. I don't know. I don't think it was sugar because sugar doesn't really taste too good. But it had this like stuff on it, and bro, bro, tasted so good. Like, I something like you could go to the store and get that. Like, I never got to taste that bread again. It was so good.
I'm
Oh my
sorry.
goodness. Yeah. Since Easter is nearing up around the corner, usually people get eggs, or not eggs. Well, you'd be happy with eggs, wouldn't you, Beatbox?
Well,
Inside
I
these
know
eggs,
someone else
uh,
would be, but yeah.
someone
Yes.
else who would who else would be satisfied with these eggs?
Well, I'm convinced enough that eggs are better than apples by someone. If you're watching this, shout out to you because, well, I mean, I kind of got to hear the full story of eggs, you know, and
I
how eggs are
see.
better than apples. But no, no, we're not going there again. We're not going there again.
Running out of time here. How much time do we have left?
We have recorded for 55 minutes.
55. All right, so we'll make this quick. What's your favorite candy bar? What's your favorite or chocolate bar and why?
My favorite chocolate bar and why? Oh my
Just
gosh. You know what? I'm gonna have to go with Toblerones. I might have butchered that name, but Toblerones.
Toblerones,
Toblerones?
like
Toblerones?
little triangle
Yes.
Toblerones. I think that's what they're called. The triangle stuff.
Yes. These things up on the screen.
Yes.
Yeah.
Uh, my favorite food or my favorite candy or chocolate bar, it's Crunch. All right, that is so good. All right,
Ooh,
the
yes.
walnuts, chocolate, like so satisfying. That is also what she said. Okay, guys, I think we're gonna end it here. See y'all later. Goodbye.
Bye.
Bro, I just like read the weirdest, like it was like the worst fan fiction I've ever read in like a long time. Maybe my entire life actually. Like there were good parts in it, but it was so bad. But like the good parts were enough to make me keep reading. I don't know why I read it all the way. It was like 40 parts. Like I read way too much and it's just like why did I read it? Why did I go all the way through with it? Like I'll never look at Todoroki the same way again.